guys, this is Tina from Shabbydabbydoodah. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm back again with my Halloween folio. Now, I've got to confess, I've not actually worked on this for a couple of weeks now. So I have kind of forgotten really where I was up to with it and, you know, what my plans were with it. Which is always a bit annoying when you kind of then, you know, leave something and then, revisit it later. Because I don't know about you guys, but definitely trying to then remember where I had, you know, got to is an issue. So, I'm just going to kind of like have a look and try and refresh my memory. And obviously, I mean, this is placed here. So, I mean, I'm presuming that this was obviously intended to go here, which is just a little pocket made from coffee dyed paper. And I've inked around some of the edges with the red. And then I've got a couple of bits from the fussy cut pieces, which I thought would look good, just glued down here, just, you know, again, just for decorative kind of pieces really. So I'm just going to pop that one there like that. So I hope everyone's having a good day. Hope you're doing some crafting, having a nice time. I'm filming this on a Saturday, which that's unusual for me to film on a Saturday really, but I'm doing it quickly while everyone's in bed and, you know, still asleep. So it's very dark and grey out there today. It's not dark because it's early, you know, despite the fact that everyone's still in bed. It's not that early. But yeah, everyone's kind of obviously having a Saturday lay-in. And the weather's just really kind of dismal today. Just a grey, miserable day. So I'm hoping it's going to improve later, because otherwise this is not going to be a particularly fun Saturday. Right, now I'm wondering whether I could have a curtain over this pocket. I thought would look quite nice. Now I've got some gorgeous ruffle here. Oh, I'm not sure now. I'm just going to cut this down because whilst it's obviously, you know, big, it's very hard to kind of see what it's going to look like if I were to glue it on, you know, in a smaller sort of quantity. So I'm just going to cut it through the middle-ish, not you know, not being too precise about that. When I say middle, I'm meaning that term very loosely. Because there's something quite creepy, isn't there, about, you know, drapey curtains, I think. So, yeah. I think I did, you know, lots of curtains in my Halloween folio that I did a couple of years ago. And I just loved that effect because, like I say, I think they're quite creepy, aren't they? You know, the, I don't know, mystical curtain appearance, I don't know. But yeah, I feel like they're quite creepy. Now, I'm just wondering whether I could have this here. I don't think I can because I think it might push the pocket too far over and then not want to fold. Let's have a look. And actually, I've got to confess, I don't even remember which way I was thinking this was going to fold. I think probably it was going to fold the other way. It's very hard to remember. Right, let's get this glued down here. So just get my hot glue. And I'm just going to glue this down across the top. Like that. You know, and again, I'm really not too worried that, you know, I have not made a very straight job of cutting that. It's fine. You know, I don't mind. And I'm just going to trim it off here at the edge. Okay. Oops. And then trim it here at the top. Like that. Okay. And then I'm just going to put this down. And again, I'm going to put this as a little pocket. I mean, it is very tiny, so whether or not I could even, you know, find anything tiny enough to go in there, I'm not sure. But, you know, again, if you put it down as a pocket, you've got the option, haven't you, later? So now I'm going to just do a little bit of black stamping, I think, in the background. Oh, shall I do black? I might do red, actually. Thinking red might be nicer. Okay. Yeah. Let's just do a little bit of scripty stamping, I think, just in the background there. So I'll just grab my scripty stamp Oh, so pleased I went with the red. I was really kind of debating red or black, and oh, I've just got a bit of ink there by mistake, but never mind. Doesn't really show up too much. Yeah, I was really debating, do I go for red or black? But actually the red looks really good, doesn't it? So I'm pleased that I went with that, definitely. Right. So yeah, this is going to go here. Now I've got this funny feeling that this is actually the cover. Like I say, it's so annoying because I actually can't remember what, you know, where I've got to with this. Oh, or I know, I was doing it like that. It was a zigzag. Yeah, it was a zigzag. You know, I think. I mean, I'm still not 100% sure, can you tell? I'm still kind of like, ooh, was that what I was planning? So yeah, bearing that in mind, I've got to kind of be a bit careful because this pocket's going to be kind of, you know, going around a slightly curved kind of piece here, like almost like a spine. So I just need to bear that in mind as well. So it's probably better to glue it slightly further over that way, I think. So I'm going to wet glue this. I would normally probably hot glue this, but I'm wet gluing it because hot glue, although, you know, I absolutely love my hot glue, it could have a tendency when it folds around to pop off, if you see what I mean. So I think probably the wet glue is going to be slightly more durable. I mean, you do find different glues have different kind of purposes and, you know, different times when you're going to, you know, find them better than others. But I think in this particular instance, I'm probably better off using the wet glue. Now, the only problem is with that is, of course, you've got to wait quite a while for it to dry. But, you know, that's fine. So then let's have a look and see if I've got something cool or something scary and cool to put in the background. So I'm thinking either this or I've got some skulls and things. So, oh, maybe that. Yeah. Let's just double check. I've got the, you know, just the skull here. Oh, please excuse my voice. I know it's very annoying. Still got that cold. It's just, you know, dragging on. So, yeah, I mean, touch wood, I feel, you know, more or less fine. So, you know, it's not kind of a problem or anything, but it is very irritating to listen to. So I do apologise. Okay, but I thought, to be honest, it's high time I actually get this folio finished. So I don't think I'm going to manage to finish it before Halloween. I'm on limited time already, aren't I? So, yeah, I don't think I'm going to actually get it done, but never mind. It doesn't matter, you know. I mean, it's quite gothic anyway, so it can kind of tie across for any time of year, just with a gothic theme. And plus, you know, you might kind of use a Halloween journal anyway for after the event, if you see what I mean, you know, or for next year. So, yeah. It's a bit of a shame that I wasn't a bit more ahead of the curve, but, you know, that's just sometimes how it is, isn't it? It can't be helped. Right. Just pressing that down. So I'm wondering... Well, I don't know whether I really like that frame there, weirdly enough. Let me just do this. Cut this skull out. Now I have been working on putting this kit into another colour. I had a wonderful comment, and I'm so sorry, I really apologise. I have forgotten your name. I screenshot your comment and I forgot to check the screenshot to remember your name. So I'm so sorry, but you will know who you were because I did comment saying what a fantastic idea and said I might not be ready for this year, but maybe next year. And one of you lovely ladies had suggested that this kit would look awesome in blue. So I have been playing around putting the kit into different colours. Obviously that's very time consuming. So, and again, because it's a seasonal thing, obviously that's been my priority a bit, trying to get that finished. Again, I've kind of fallen short, so I'm not going to manage to get different colourways, you know, all different colourways. But with the green one, which seemed to be the one that was really looking, you know, awesome with the least kind of time needing spending, which still zapped up a lot of time. But yeah, less than kind of the blue one, which I was struggling to kind of get things to look the right shade of blue. I have been working on that. So that might be in my shop, or if it's not, it will be going in my shop very shortly. So yeah, if you kind of quite like this kit, but you think, oh, I maybe would prefer it in a different colour, or, you know, if you quite like this kit and think, well, I'd like it as well in a different colour, then yeah, hopefully it's going to go into my shop soonish, in green. It's gorgeous shades of green. And I mean, hopefully, eventually I will get around to doing another couple of colours, which I've also been kind of working on, but they're proving quite time consuming to actually get the colours to look right. So yeah, they won't be in time for this year, definitely. But yeah, keep your eyes out if you think you might, you know, it might be something that you would like. Right, so I probably don't really dare fold this round yet, because obviously this is still drying. So I think based on that, what we'll do is we'll make a kind of little flip over here instead while we're, you know, whilst we're waiting for this to dry. So let's just pull in, just having a look to see whether I double-sided any of these papers, which I didn't, which is incredibly annoying. So yeah, based on that, we will have to have it in the coffee dyed paper, you know, which is fine. But it is a shame because in hindsight, you know, I should have obviously copied, you know, printed on both sides. And I think that all the time, but obviously the printing double-sided, it's a bit more time consuming. So yeah, it often goes by the wayside. I seem to be having printer problems as well again this week, so that's really very annoying. I mean, to be fair, obviously I print an awful lot of stuff, so I'm thinking, you know, I have recommended my printers before and I would still stand by that, but I think for me, because I'm printing like such a lot of stuff, they're probably not really kind of robust enough for how much volume of printing that I'm actually doing. So yeah, I would definitely stand by still the printers that I have recommended in the past, but I think, you know, it's coming to the point where I'm going to have to get something a little bit more beefy, you know, because obviously, yeah, I can't be kind of constantly having to be phoning HP and things like that, and their customer service is fantastic, but of course that's very, very, very time consuming. So, you know, spending all that time on the phone is not really kind of ideal, is it? So yeah, I think it's coming to the stage where I'm going to have to invest in, I'm going to do this pocket, invest in a heavier duty printer. You know, just purely because, like I say, the sheer volume of stuff that I'm printing, it's kind of now, you know, it's proving it's not really kind of very conducive to, like, you know, just quite cheapy home use printers. I mean, of course, they are just for more probably occasional printing, not this massive volume of printing that I'm trying to do, you know, all the time. So, yeah. Right. Okay. Because, I mean, this is now the second time, I think, since the pandemic started. This is now the second time that I've been having printer problems. And, you know, to be fair, when the pandemic first started, because I can remember when we first went into lockdown, I also was having printer problems. So, I mean, if you include that, actually, we're up to 3 times. Actually, I need to drag that down, I think. Yeah, we're actually up to 3 times that I've had, you know, printer problems in the past, you know, what's that, kind of year and a half, which, you know, that's pretty inconvenient when it's like the main part of your work, you know, is kind of obviously printing. Then you need something a little bit more reliable, don't you? Or, you know, a little bit more up to the job. Okay, so yeah, I've got this on here, which I really like. I'm just going to cut out another piece here, so I think I'm going to just take that rose. I'm really worried that this is not really gluing down because it's got lumpy bits underneath. I'm struggling to press it down. And of course, therefore, it's not really sticking brilliantly. And I'm looking around to see if I can see anything heavy that I can weigh it down with, but no, nothing's jumping out at me so far, so. Okay. So, and thank you so much to everyone who's bought the Halloween kit, the dreaded red Halloween kit, because, yeah, I really have loved making it and, you know, loved using it myself. So I really hope that's been your experience as well. And, yeah, that you've been having a blast using it. I mean, like I said before, it's just actually sometimes, you know, because it's so very different to anything else really that I would have used. I mean, that just makes it like really awesome, you know, to use something so horribly terrifying and gory. Horribly terrifying and gory. It's been really, really fun. Okay. So I'm just kind of doing some decorative pieces here. Oops. I want to stick that down. Okay. Like that. Okay, right. So, yeah, we've got a little flip here. Now, so this flip, thinking maybe need like a little closure. Just having a look. I best just mop this glue up actually before I end up with this now. You know, stuck together, which I do so often, and I never ever seem to learn my lesson. It's just I'm very impatient and can't be bothered for it to, you know, to wait for it to dry. I mean, I could use a paper clip. The only thing is I've got that line of lace now, so I don't want to crush the lace. I mean, I could clip it here, but of course that's not holding it, you know, to the page, is it? So, yeah, I probably need to put some sort of closure there, I think. Let's just have a look. And we could have something like this here. Or I could have just a little kind of, you know what I mean, those little tags. You know what I mean. No, I don't want another circle there. That's too many circles. One too many circles. Right, let me just bring this in. So I'm thinking, oh dear. I have got a small tag punch. I wonder if that's handy. Oh yeah. Okay. Right. So yeah, I'm thinking kind of maybe a tag as a closure. Wonder whether I could have two. It might be in the way of there. Let's just have a look. Let me just punch another one. Oops. Oh dear, look at what's going on here. Just bringing everything in. Oh, my desk's so messy. In fact, my entire craft area has got so messy. I'm going to do something about it soon. Hopefully including you guys along the way. But yeah, it's just a case of kind of having time to do that as well. So yes, it's probably going to be a little while before I do that. Right. So I'm wondering actually if I put double tags, if you see what I mean. So I'll just do another one and another one. And then when I use my brad, you know, to make the closure, okay, then the brad can go through this tag, and then this tag would be a non-moving apart. So this tag would stay, you know, stay here kind of thing, under there, and this one would move. So yeah, I think that's probably what I need to do. Okay, so let's just put some holes in these. And again, you know, I just use my, you know, little pokey tool to put the holes in, because of course then I'm going to just put the brad in through there. So just one. Okay. And yeah. Okie dokie. Oh dear, I haven't really got anywhere for those little leg things from the brads to go. So I'm trying to kind of like bend them almost like a sort of top of a triangle. Otherwise they're not going to be able to be hidden from that tag at all, are they? So I might just still need to trim them down slightly because they're quite long. Okay. Okie dokie, so that's one. And then the other one, oh, it's just again going. Oh, look at what I've done. Have I? Did I rip that? Yes, I did, yeah. Sorry, I punched that too close to the edge, you know, and obviously punched, or not punched, but tugged straight through it. And then obviously split the end. So I just, oh my goodness, what's going on? Okay. So again, just put these together. Right, let's try and be a bit more careful. I should go in a bit here. Okie dokie. Oh, it's there. I thought, oh, where's the brad gone? And actually, I'm going to try and cut these little legs down now before I even glue it down. Push it in. Okie dokie. So 1 and 2. Oh my goodness me. Oops, come on. Squish that down. Right, okay. That took a long time, didn't it, for some reason? So, yeah, I'm going to kind of put it, you know, so that this would be slotted, you know, the flippy fold would slot in between those tags, if that makes sense. So I really hope you can see this. Let me make sure that it's in frame. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to put one, obviously, either side, like that. So when I glue that down, obviously I don't want to be clamping this in there. I'm just going to glue it down with the hot glue. So I want to kind of go up here a bit, like that. Okay. Like that. Okie dokie, so that's the first one. Yep. And then the next one, just want to put up here. I'm just trying to mind that I don't glue that string, because, yeah, I hadn't noticed that just now, and I did nearly glue it, which obviously wouldn't be too clever, would it? Okay, so just get the other one, just glue this one down. Ooh. Okay, like that. Okie dokie. Right, that took a long time, didn't it, to just do those things. So then we can obviously twist this round. Just need to be careful because it's obviously the glue's still drying there, so I'll just move it like that for the minute. Okay. Yay, so that's holding that down nicely, so it's not now flapping around. The only other thing I think that I'd quite like to do is just put something over here to cover up my line of glue. Excuse me, please. With my coughing, it's yeah, do really apologise. Yeah, I'm thinking just a bit of, you know, a bit of paper kind of along the top like that, running along that top edge. So let me just ink this up. Actually, I might have to go slightly skinnier. Like that. Okie dokie. And we will just ink up here. Oh, do you know, I don't think that's quite the right piece of paper. I know this just sounds ridiculous, and you know, anyone who's not a junk journaler, and I know I say things like this all the time, but they would honestly watch this and think, what's wrong with you? You know, what does it matter? But I don't like the fact that I've got a paler piece on here. It's yeah, kind of distracting for me. So I'm going to just take it down here instead. And tear that down here. Like that. Okay, and that would go across there. That's just better, isn't it? It's yeah, it wasn't the right piece before, so I'm just going to again ink this up a bit. Again, I'm actually not too sure. I don't think I was even inking you know, much of this folio, to be fair, but yeah, let's have a little bit on here. So then I can just put that there and yeah, glue that down. So just going to make this slightly narrower, you know, because all I'm actually trying to do is just cover up, if you can see, the glue. So it really doesn't need to be very thick at all. So, ooh, oh gosh, every time I move it, it's moving that piece of lace, obviously. So I'm just going to literally run my hot glue straight down onto that paper and then just put that paper straight down here like that. Okay. And I've got just a little end there which I can just, yeah, just tear it off. There we go. And that just kind of finishes that off a little bit better, doesn't it, to be honest? So, yeah. Okay, liking how that looks looking. Now, I'm still a bit worried about this edge because I don't think it's still, you know, quite glued down. It's getting there, but it's not quite glued. So, probably best that I don't kind of tamper around with that. So, let's just make a couple of little embellishment-y type pieces to go inside maybe a couple of the pockets. So I've got this, which I've done possibly in a mass making. But again, I'm thinking colour-wise, this goes quite nicely with the kit. So I might be able to use this, I think, in here, which is always wonderful, isn't it? If you can use something that you've already made, because it saves you sort of, you know, a whole bunch of time. So yeah, quite loving that on there. Let's just have a look now. Whether we might be able to have some of this red paper anywhere. Oh, how gorgeous does that look? Love how that looks. So yeah, just a bit of red kind of poking out at the top of there. That is yummy, isn't it? Absolutely yummy. So let's put that paper down straight away. So, and this is just about tying your mass-made type items into your, you know, your current projects that you're working on. And of course, you know, you're not going to necessarily be able to do it with all of them, but I just think if you make a variety of, sorry, just noticed a flower there dropped off the desk. If you make a variety of different papers, then when you look through your stash, you know, of the mass-made items, the chances are you're going to have something that you could then adapt and use, like we are doing here. So that looks good there, doesn't it? Now I'm just wondering, whether I could just finish that off with a bit of lace coming out. So yeah, that looks nice, doesn't it? Let's just cut that down. Okay, and I don't need obviously such a massive piece there. I'll just get rid of that. Oops. Okay. Yeah, that looks lovely, doesn't it? I quite like the fact that that lace is slightly off to the side. It's not quite 100% straight on there. So this one, I'm going to just hot glue this down again, you know, like I say all the time. The good thing is with this, it's just going to hold that lace in place, so it saves me having to glue the lace separately. So like that. Okay. There we go, and we will glue that down like that. That looks on there. I don't think it's quite straight, unfortunately, but aside from the fact it's not quite straight, I love how that looks. Oh, now I've made a hole in that red paper. That's a bit of a shame, isn't it? Oh dear, it's now all going wrong. Now all going wrong. Oh, how to cover up the crow. Oh, do you know, I could have had a pocket at the top. I don't know why. It just didn't even occur to me, so I've got a side pocket. I would have preferred the pocket at the top. But yeah, it just did not even occur to me to do that. So I've got the skull here, and although we've got that crow on there, I quite like that skull on there. Now, obviously, I pulled it in first of all to try and cover up that, but that's fine. I will leave that. You know, it's not really that noticeable, to be honest. And the skull definitely looks better this side. Definitely. Oh, I love how that looks. Right, yummy. So going inside, let's just see if we can, again, use some more of this, you know, the scraps that we've obviously got accumulated here. Like that, and then let's just tear off another bit. Oh, that's gone quite pink now, you know, kind of because we're down to that edge piece. So yeah, probably don't want that. Just have a look to see. That's a bit sort of samey as what's on there, so I don't want that one. Let's have a look here. Well, I guess we could have some of this, couldn't we? Yeah, that's quite nice in there, isn't it? So let's just glue this down. So, I mean, with hardly any effort, we've, you know, what's the word? Not converted, but, you know, tied it into the piece that we've got here, or, you know, the folio that we've got here. It's not really taken much effort at all to get it kind of matching and coordinating. So, yeah. Okie dokie. Let's put that over there. Okay, let's have a look. Could have something like that on there. Let's see what else I've got in my fussy cuts. Oh, excuse my cough again. Okay, oh gosh, this one's not the best shape to have to cut out. Okay. Right. Oh, come on. Oh. I hate cutting out those corners. You know, the corners that are, is it inverted? Would that be the description? Concave, maybe? Perhaps that's how we'd describe them. I'm not sure, to be honest, how to describe them best. But, you know, I hate cutting out those corners that aren't like a natural, they're not a roundy corner. They're in the other way. Okay. Oh, I'm losing my ability to talk. I'll blame it on the cold. It's nothing to do with the cold. It's probably because I haven't had breakfast. I've been to the gym and yeah, I've come home and everyone's still in bed. So I'm like, ooh, quick, do a video. So yeah, just got home, quickly showered, quickly grabbed a cup of tea and then just headed straight up here. So it's getting quite late now. So I'm sure I'm on limited time now until everyone's going to be up and rowdy. They're not really rowdy, but okay. So I might just have it like that, to be honest. So let's just get this one glued down. There. Okay. And this one. And then again, I think that skull, I will do with the hot glue, so it's kind of 3D. Like that. So again, just not really pressing it down, having it so it's got a bit of a lift going on there. But, oh, I love how that booklet looks. Isn't that scrumptious? Absolutely scrumptious. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. Let's just see. I think this journal card's going to be too big, but we'll just try it. Okay. Yeah, it's too big. I mean, I can cut that down. Let's just cut it down. Just make it kind of a narrower card, I think. Oh, it's still too wide. Can't believe it. I wonder if it will fit in this side. No. Oh, that's annoying, isn't it? That is annoying. Oh, well, I'll have to use a different journal card. So, and that's fine. I've got some others here, but I want to actually take them back down and print on the back of them, to be honest, because, yeah, I'd be happier with them, I think, if they were double-sided. So, yeah, I'm not going to use them as yet. So I have got this rose. I'm just thinking I could have the rose maybe on this side. Okay. Yep. So, oh, I love that booklet. Absolutely scrumptious. Okie dokie. Right. So, yep, I can put that now, you know, in one of the pockets. I'm not saying this one. I'm still waiting for this one to dry, would you believe? So I might have to kind of reinforce this with some extra glue. But, yeah, I've got obviously other pockets where this can go. So it could go in here if I haven't glued this to the page, which I had. Yeah, there we go. that can just go in there. So I hope that you like how it's coming along, you know, and think that it's looking nice in that, you know, gory kind of way. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys again soon. Thanks then. Bye.